Okay, so I just made it to the bus stop. I had to hitch a ride because I literally was about to be late, but hopefully you can hear me well. Come with me today to go to see a psychic. If you watched my last vlog, you saw how I was trying to plan to see a psychic, but they were just really unorganized, so I didn't end up getting to receive a reading, but I found somebody else from TikTok, so hopefully that will go well. That's at 7 p.m. tonight, so I'm hoping to basically work on my diary entries. I just got a new diary, inspired by my Mad Fat diary. So I'm going to be doing that at a cafe, and then hopefully get a good reading tonight because your girl needs it. And I feel really, really weird right now because I'm really anxious. Like, go back to a few minutes ago when I was in my bed. So I just did my makeup right now, and I'm going to do my hair next. I just feel so anxious, like it's not that hard to get changed and literally go to the city. But yeah, I'm gonna talk more on my walk to the bus stop because I feel like that's the place where I'm gonna be able to speak more into the camera than me walking through the city, having the footage at a low angle while I'm like speaking. But oh my gosh, like I literally like can't get up now. Like I literally am just like so anxious, but like the goal is to like not only to get out of bed but also to, well, I'm going to have to anyway, but I'm trying to get there a little bit earlier, just to do some work, self-work, before I have like this appointment I'm going to. So yeah. Bitch, just get the fuck up. Yeah, but basically I'm just still anxious. I literally feel like crying right now. Like it was so hard for me to get out of the house, like literally get out of the house, but I'm like, fuck, I gotta get there. I feel weird about vlogging again right now, as I always do. I feel like crying, but I'm glad I got these wireless headphones, so hopefully the mic and the audio is a lot better. But yeah, I just wanted to vlog a little bit right now so that I can listen to music the whole way there. And I definitely want to talk about the Outer Banks. I need to talk about season 3, so maybe I'll do that on the walk home, depending if I feel like taking a subway or not. But I need to get that out of me. I need to get that in this video, so yeah, we'll see. LOL. Literally was gonna do this, walk into the bus, but now I'm just gonna walk through the park and do this, praying I don't run into anybody. But holy shit, it's literally, maybe I'll sit down for this. I feel a lot better. I was trying to listen to music to make myself feel better. Nothing was really hitting except for these 2 songs. Yeah, I'm just gonna like sit down for this. So I feel like I'm just gonna walk by people and it's just gonna feel more anxious than I already am. Fuck yeah. But yeah, sorry. I feel like I apologize if I barely reintroduce myself every vlog. But hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to my channel. And tonight we're going to go to a psychic. This is gonna be like a series of ways to get myself out of bed, get myself out of the house, figure out what I want to do with my life, but most importantly, doing things till I feel alive again, I feel something again. Ways to stop the negative thoughts. So yeah, so we're gonna be talking about Outer Banks now because I just feel like I need to talk about it just very briefly because there's a lot to cover. But I felt like Poglandia needed a whole episode. A lot of people said 3 episodes. I would have loved that, but since it's like an hour long, I feel like they could have like orchestrated it enough for even though it's like killing my social anxiety. Literally I'm just gonna start walking. Maybe I'll start from the outside and go inside. Of course my shoelace is fucking untied. Once a pogue, always a pogue. This is honestly a day in the life of a pogue. Okay, I feel like it's only spitting to sit in a tree. I wish I could sit inside, like in a tree. I'd climb up and sit on a tree, but I can't, so I'm just gonna sit at the bottom here. Just right here. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry if I don't look the best. I tried today, I tried. But yeah, basically, so I feel like Poglandia should have been like 1 full episode, and then 3/4 of the way they could have done a time jump. I'm really not a fan of time jumps because there's so much lost within that magic, but they could have transitioned it in a way where it would have made sense for like to show kind of like them like having like, you know, setting their grounds, getting the vibe down. I feel like we could have had more of that teen drama with Poglandia and what they do, the activities they settle in with before they start seeing like a plane coming in. I feel like there's so many up and downs that we could have captured from there, but it could have been like a whole vibe. It didn't have to be like crazy drama, but like wholesome, just like wholesome type Poglandia that we needed. So I feel like that could have been done, and then they could have done it like a 3/4 of the way, like a plane found them type thing. And I feel like there's only so much to do in a month. That would have been perfect, like for content wise. And especially with the group, because I feel like this season didn't really have like the gang, the whole group together enough, and it just was like complete shit. Not the whole season, but it wasn't my favorite season. And then John B's dad, like he just was taking so much screen story time. I loved the storyline just with like kind of going to the researching the treasures, behind the treasures, and like kind of going to experts who've been there and kind of gave more detail with it. I kind of wish a couple of them kind of joined them. I hated that the gang didn't find the gold. It was just John B and Sarah, to be honest. So hopefully we get more of that in season 4 if they find Blackbeard's stuff. But yeah, I could honestly go on and on and on. I'm not articulating myself the best I can, as I've done through TikTok and tweets where I've commented. But there's actually this moment with Giara, because I feel like Giara was rushed and wasn't done properly. Pope and Cleo I fucking loved. I feel like we needed more screen time because they were just they had such a beautiful chemistry, and just like I just loved their scenes together. But they just had a great dynamic, and then with the Hayward family loved. But I feel like with Giara, the part where they were on the boat and they kind of like stumbled into each other almost and pulled each other in, and then Pope caught JJ in that moment with Kiara. I honestly feel like, okay, sorry if I don't look cute, I mean, anyway, I feel like honestly, if we saw that Poglandia like that, you know, episode, I feel like there could have been so many moments where like Kiara and JJ were constantly stumbling and catching each other, and I feel like that would have increased the tension and angst. I feel like a lot of the times it was like almost building up to a build-up, but then it kept falling out, and then they kept trying to push for that moment in the scene without a build-up. I feel like they just kept like, I don't know, they just kept they just kept rubbing it and then losing it, rubbing it, losing it, rubbing it, losing it, and then they just had the scene, a good scene, and then it just like, I don't know, it just felt for me. I feel like it didn't do it Giara as much justice, but still love them, love the Kitty Hawk reunion. I feel like they constantly had so many reunions between Kiara and JJ in this season that I felt like they might have already like filmed them having multiple kissing scenes, like, oh, maybe this will be the moment where they build up into a kiss, or this is the conversation where they kind of fall into it. But yeah, but anyway, I can go on and on. I feel like I'm just not articulating myself well because I'm a little anxious right now. I'm cold, and honestly I really just prefer to like vlog with people, or like with like one person around me. I feel like you have more support doing that, especially walking around holding your camera up and vlogging. Even though I've done it like internationally, I feel like it's just like okay, this is long, but I just feel like far more comfortable and confident with it. Like I need that extrovert social battery, especially in vlogging and filming, and if people come up to you, they don't because you're around other people. But anyway, I'm gonna go to a cafe because it's fucking cold. I'm gonna text the psychic, and then I'm gonna go to her reading, and then maybe I'll go back to that same cafe to like jot down everything. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed this vlog. I gotta remember to look into the damn camera.
The sound is like
Okay, it's almost time. That was literally the best cappuccino ever. Okay, I'm gonna go see the psychic. It's brilliant. Okay, I had to take the headphones out, so hopefully you can hear me. But I just got a hearty chili from Daryl's Burger. I'm gonna probably eat it when I get home. I really wanted to eat it there, but all the tables were occupied. Girl, for $125 and a full deck of card reading, that lasted less than 10 minutes, and I'm kind of annoyed by that. I have some good bullet points that I'll probably cover later, but I'm like kind of pissed because I'm like really wanting a place to sit right now and eat and settle it. Okay, the wind is just gonna make me look crap. Look, my hair running in my head. Oh my god. Anyway, I just wanted a place to settle in, sit down. I'm wondering if I should go back to that cafe and just continue my journal diary entries because I didn't quite finish, and I have like, don't really want to take a bus home, but I'm like heading to the subway right now. I'm kind of like fuck, but also I have food, so I can't bring outside food from somewhere else, so it's just annoying. Like less than 10 minutes for that price. Yeah, I have good bullet points, but like for real, like what the actual fuck? Like I'm kind of pissed because I prefer like hour readings. But and for like a full deck, bitch, why was that like 10 to 15 cards? But anyway, she's nice. Like I don't want to like, you know, trash anyone. We'll see how it turns out. Like she gave good pointers, all that jazz, but I just didn't like how it was less than 10 minutes and a full deck of cards wasn't a full tarot deck of cards. It was like 15. But anyway, I'm gonna go home now. Okay, I'm walking back. I'm walking towards a subway stop, and I was like kind of pissed, but I love how I always end up like by the Soho Playhouse, one of my favorite comedy spots, because my favorite comedian every time he comes to the States or to the city, Daniel Sloss, he'll perform at this Soho Playhouse. But yeah, I'm just really pissed off right now, but I'm just gonna go home. It's fine. Definitely need a debrief though, so maybe there's someplace I can go to. Downtown, where's uptown? my favorite thing right now is happening. It's snowing. Okay, I haven't eaten all day. I only had like cappuccino and I can't wait to go home and eat. Honestly, I've just been so antsy. Okay, you probably can't see me, but I'm waiting for my ride. I just have a mixture of motion sickness and literally motion sickness. Oh my fucking gosh, literally. Ooh, love the snow. Look at it. It's so pretty. I love the snow. It looks so nice. It does make lovely darlings. But yeah, honestly, I'll feel better about going through like the pointers I got. Maybe I'll share it in the vlog, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know how I feel, and I don't really have a privacy space at home, so I don't know where I'm probably gonna talk about it, but we'll see. Whew. Honestly, I hate the snow. I want to live in a tropical island. I just want to be on the beach, you know, fucking it up like the Pogues, but also with the money of the kooks. I can't live here. I need like summer weather, but anyway, I just love how the snow looks though, right? Look at it in my hair. Gorgeous, darling. No dandruff at all. Is that my ride? No, it's not my ride, so I'm just gonna go back under. That is my ride. Okay, cool. Now I just say what you do. Okay, honestly, yum. So delicious. I would have gotten more food if I knew it was this tiny. Oh my gosh, it tastes so fucking good. Oh my god, I literally feel so sick. I feel like regurgitating, but I'm not going to. I know I just need food. All right, buenos dias. Today's the day after. It's like 2 o'clock. Good morning. I'm having some lentils with some rice. And I feel a lot better now because I felt so sick coming home last night. What had happened, I feel like I need to hold something in my hand. What had happened, oh my gosh, no. I'm gonna figure out how to like blur the background because it's not cute, but basically, what had happened was I felt like my stomach was expanding. I only had a cappuccino and I ate that chili when I came home and it was just so small. I was expecting it to be like a meal, and I should have known better, to be honest, but it was enough because I felt like regurgitating, so that portion was actually kind of perfect. But I was like, ugh. I'm tired of like waking up every day and being hungry, and like all the good food you've had before or not doesn't keep you going. Like it just like is like a memory just like that. It's gone. The present becomes the past that quickly, and it's just like, oh, I really need this to sustain myself, like, bitch. Anyway, so I was kind of like, oh, I wish I ordered more food, but I really planned to like sit in at the place, but there weren't any tables available at Gerald's. There was like 3, and I totally forgot when they handed me like the food. They, even if you like sit in and like eat there, you are handed your food in like the to-go bags just in case. So I was like, oh, they gave me it in a to-go bag, so I definitely have to go. But honestly, like there's no place to sit anyway. I just wanted a place to just like settle in and settle down. And I was gonna order more food as the time moved forward. Like I was gonna have the chili, and then I was gonna have like a burger and then some milkshakes. So that didn't happen, and I'm like kind of annoyed I didn't bring more food home, but I have my lentils rice now, so I'm like feeling a lot more relieved. But when I came home, I just was like so sick, so drained, energy gone. And I took a couple like Gas X tablets, and literally that helped me so much. I wasn't able to sleep all night though. I don't want to say it's like the energy of the psychic reading, and I don't want this to be long, like a talky vlog, but hopefully if anyone's watching, y'all will enjoy these sections of me speaking. But yeah, so I don't know, I've just been having insomnia anyway, like really badly. But I've spoken about my psychic reading to like a couple of friends, but I want to properly, can't speak right now, properly cover it in this vlog. Sorry if I don't look as cute. It's the morning for me. But honestly, like I wrote like a page, barely another half, and it's just like like really bad doctor's handwriting because I was just jotting down and trying to figure out how to write what I was being told down. So I discussed it with my friends, a couple friends, so hopefully I can like kind of remember, get everything down. I was gonna rewrite this for the vlog, but I'm just gonna go through it, just raw dog this. Again, after speaking about it, I think that I got really good points, and I'm like, also, what more would I want to be told to me? I think I would have wanted even more details. I think the problem was I had trouble asking questions because it's a psychic reading, but she was reading off the cards, so 10 to 15 cards. It wasn't like a tarot deck, per se, but because she was already reading as she went along and was laying the cards down, I felt like I couldn't ask any more questions, because usually you ask a question and like pull more cards out, or you can read from the cards in front of you. I felt like she already gave me all the reading from the cards in front of her, so I wasn't sure if I could even ask more questions coming off of the cards in front of her. But then I felt like I should have thought like, oh, okay, if she has that psychic aspect to it, you don't really need cards alongside that. But it's kind of like what you get downloaded and received to you. But again, I was kind of like not able to speak. I felt like I wish I was like navigated through it, or like kind of reassured like you can ask questions outside of these cards that are presented. I thought more cards were going to be pulled. That's why I didn't ask any more questions, because I thought she was going to continue to go, because I paid for like a full deck, which I assumed to be a tarot deck, but ended up being like a small deck of like 10 to 15 cards, which I wasn't really happy with. But again, like I'm happy with like the points I received. I think the only thing that rubs me the wrong way is the price for 10 minutes. Like $125 for 10 minutes. I felt like I was expecting, usually readings go for 30, 45 an hour long. So that's what I was more used to or expecting, but it's fine. Again, I tried it, I did it. I got out of bed, went to the city for that. I was just very disappointed by that, but I'm, in hindsight, not disappointed by what I did receive. A lot of it was like confirmation, some bit of direction that I wanted. But yeah, let's get right into it. So sorry, it's already like 5 minutes. Okay, so she said the natural cause, there's an energy line. So the energy line shared that there's a natural cause. So I'm going to die of old age. Surprising. I didn't think I'd make it that far. I've always said I've only ever wanted to die naturally at old age or by my own hand. So she said I would make it to like my mid 80s, late 80s. She said there's no sickness or diseases in my family, not with me, so that's all good. No health complications. She said my spirit guides came in, but but I wasn't understanding them. So this is kind of where I've been seeing like synchronicities, angel numbers. She said you've been seeing it for the past few years now, like 3 years, which is like on point, but I haven't been able to receive these messages, which is like frustrating, because it's kind of like, how do I allow myself to receive them? I'm constantly receiving them, but nothing's clicking, like nothing's like translating for me, you know. And I'll look up translations and like research behind like angel numbers and all that jazz, but it's never like kind of identifiable answers. So she said that I had 2 spirit guides. One of them is like focused more on success and financially. Let me see what I wrote. Unfinished business with my degree. So I am planning to go back to school this year. Depends if I get money from FAFSA, if they cover the loans completely. If not, then I can't really afford to go back, which is like, fuck, what direction do I go in with my life? But I like that she said I had like an unfinished business with school. I never mentioned that information to her. Is very much spot on. I've had this done in another tarot reading at the New York Renaissance Fair, and he also said like, if you do go back to school, it will go very well for you, but there's like a small window frame of time. Like you have to decide now, or else you're not going to want to continue once that window closes. So she says I have a spirit guide, at least overall, like one for financials and then one for love life. But back to like the success, it says business, numbers, creative, could be behind the camera, 2 to 3 year time, sales of people, end of summer, beginning of fall. So she was basically telling me that previously I studied acting. Obviously it didn't work out, and I wish I could speak more on like, I just feel like a lot of things are inaccessible. That's why I feel so stagnant. But that's why I want to go in more practical career direction. But she kept emphasizing you have too many creative elements, too many creative skills and talents. every time I tried to mention practical, she kind of just like kept emphasizing, no, there's going to be a creative jump here, but it's sorry, I'm like blanking right now. I feel like I'm receiving like a download, like I'm giving a reading, but basically I need to put the book down. She was saying how I have like great writing skills, which I know I have, and when I receive that in readings, I'm like, okay, they know, because that's really hard to like pick up on. But she said she could see me behind the camera. She kept emphasizing behind the camera, maybe script writing, like maybe something with writing, maybe not in front of the camera, maybe more so behind the camera. She kept emphasizing that. She said your creative talents, your skills, your interests right now, they're just multiplying. They're just constantly multiplying. So that's why I've just been like kind of also stuck. She said I would have so I'm not really employed. I am employed, but I barely work to afford life, literally, and I don't enjoy it. Like, I just don't. So she said I'll have one more part-time job, customer service. She said it was in sales by the end of summer, beginning of fall, like July, August, which I don't know how that works out, because if I do choose to go to school, it would be in August. So I guess that would work out with, like, if I'm going to school, I need a job, obviously, to pay for it. But sales for people, I don't know how that works out with sales, because I have the worst anxiety, but I do want to become more of an extrovert, like my true inner child self. And working with people makes sense. She said, like, you'll be working with like communicating with people, so I don't know how that works out. I was planning on like applying to be a ramp agent for like an airlines after I have all of my surgeries done for my endometriosis, which I haven't yet talked about. I don't know if I should include this in the vlog. This is gonna be a long vlog, you know what, fuck it, whatever. But I'll talk about that a little bit after this, depends. But yeah, so yeah, I just don't know how like kind of this all kind of plays out, because if you're telling me my next job is gonna be end of summer, beginning of fall, and it's like almost the beginning of March, I can't like continue not to work. I mean, it kind of makes sense because with all my surgeries getting done, like I kind of can't really work, but I don't have money, like, bitch, I need to fucking live. So I can't really wait that long for another last part-time job, which I would love. Like, again, bitch, you tell me there's like gonna be one more last part-time customer service job before a career job, bitch, I'm down for it. And it's gonna be my Saturn return, which I didn't think it was gonna be a positive one, but we'll see. I didn't even think I'd make it to like 27. So yeah, so like the first spirit guide, emphasis on success, helping my financially with that direction, and then the second one's gonna focus on love life. So she said it's very much scattered. It will only distract me. It's not natural. It'll be easy. If it's not natural, it'll be easy. Multiple partners in the past, emotional scarring, did nothing. So in this lifetime, 2025, soulmate placement, me relationships, I guess throughout the years moving forward till 2025, if I meet a soulmate, I'm really just figuring out the ins and outs. I'll be so hungry for like one bond unity. That person will be my one bond unity. There's no kind of like separation from that. It's more of like a union partnership, I assume. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have 2 kids. Fuck them kids too. I don't see that for myself. I am intending to do egg donations depending if I am qualified. So this is why I want to get like this whole, I need the surgery done. If you've seen my previous vlogs, like the pain I've been in, just like I need the surgery done with my endometriosis and my ovarian cyst, and then I want to go through like the whole egg donation process. I know women can go through 6 cycles of it total. I don't know how much time in between I can wait, but you know, I'm trying to get that shit done. I need the money for college, to return to it rather, but I want to do that, and then I want my nose job. Like, so many surgeries. Like, bitch, I just want this done now. Like, it's March. Like, I have to wait for another appointment just to get the prescription or whatever passed for the surgery. And it sucks because that appointment was supposed to be for tomorrow, but that's been postponed. But my appointment for my nose job, that was July 23rd, just got pushed to tomorrow, March 1st. I'm so happy about that. It's the first out of 2 for consultations. So I'm so excited. I'm just like, thank God. Like, I just want it all fucking done before I have to go to, like, where am I going to college this year if I go? I don't know, bitch. Bitch. I don't know. I'm not really good with networking for jobs. Anyway, there's that. But anyway, so 2025, I should meet a soulmate. I think that's like around the time I'll turn 29, so it's almost like finishing your Saturn return. She didn't add that part with Saturn returns. I just know that to kind of add that to the vlog. Oh my gosh, is this just gonna be a separate vlog? You know what? Fuck it. Again, it's gonna be long. I apologize. Enjoy. I will timestamp this video. The morning after. I'll see how I'll edit it. So yeah. Lost my tongue there for a second. Confused to read spiritually. I guess the past few years have been confusing for me to read spiritually. Like I said, like the synchronicities, angel numbers. These years moving forward are going to be the strongest. Awaken. Can't read that shit. Awaken, transformation, no sickness for family, change in address, manifest of change. So I know she said for this, you're gonna have a change in address. She said not necessarily state to state, but the thing is I did apply to a college that is like I only applied to one college and it's in a totally different state. So the change of address makes sense. But if she's saying there's a change of an address, but it's not going to be state to state, maybe if the college thing doesn't work out, I'll have that fucking career job. But then again, if I'm going to be freshly new with that sales part-time job, whatever, in the beginning of fall, it's like, oh, I'm going to be waiting even longer. But again, she said, we're in 2023, 2024 to 2025. I guess that would be the time period where the career things would kind of come into play. Again, I don't see how that works if I'm also doing the 4 years in school, but again, at least there's possibilities, because bitch, I'm still depressed, but yeah. So there's at least some hope there. At least there's something there I can kind of write off on, or figure out to work towards. She did say that I had a father line where there's gonna be like a rebuild with emotional connection, but it takes 2 people. She said this year there's gonna be 1 female, 1 male. By the end of the year, someone's gonna be loyal and someone's gonna be unloyal. She said not betrayal necessarily, it's just more so 1 female may be very jealous of me, and it's more so just me distancing myself, stepping back from that. I don't think that means like ending the friendship. Again, it may be somebody I haven't met yet. I don't really have any like close guy friends, so maybe it's somebody else I meet or somebody I reconnect with. But she said by the end of the year there's gonna be 1 person loyal, 1 person unloyal. But she just said the female would be jealous. I'm guessing I'll meet a male who's like loyal, who will definitely not be my partner, because that's, I guess, for later time. And I think I'm going to be exploring relationships. I think she mentioned sexually as well, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm demisexual though, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, I think that's everything that was covered that I wrote. I feel like I'm missing some things that I like was messaging my friends about. Yeah, I think that's everything. So that's actually not that long of me speaking, but yeah, I wrote today my diary that I got to start at the cafe, which was really nice. Honestly, Cafe Reggio, I was a little anxious, like very, very anxious. But I definitely would go back there. The cappuccino was so fucking delicious, so foamy. The milk, I got soy milk, so good. Vanilla cappuccino with soy milk. I loved it. It was like the cafes where you really can hear everyone's like, people say people watching, I think more so just listening around you. Like a couple people to my right were learning Italian. The guy was teaching, the girl was tutoring like her in Italian, and they were talking about like their whole apartment situation, living at NYU, moving to like Brooklyn with some roommates and having a roommate fiasco. A group of girls behind me were talking about love, like the shittiness to it, the love of it, like actually positive stuff. Somebody to my left was just reading a book straight on. I was like, oh cool, she could do that. Like it was a small space and you can order food, so I was happy it wasn't like, okay, we have to push you out. The only thing was, like, I really wanted to sit in the booth underneath the painting, but I had to be in those individual tables with, like, 2-seaters, which is totally fine. I was comfortable. I didn't mind. And I get, like, when you have groups, like, 2 people came in, so they would get that. So manages it better, like, for the waiters, so I totally get that, and like the space inside. But I definitely want to go back with friends. It's perfect for like kind of listening in conversations, like having some life in the room. But it like kind of reminded me of a conversation my friends and I have been having. Like, I'm not interested in dating, but they really want to, but they don't really want to do the apps. And I'm like, okay, you can't really find in the club, but I feel like we should transition into bars, like more like bars that people go to 5 to 9, the 5 to 9s, where it's like happy hour bars, social bars. Hopefully you can hear me well because the audio is my phone. Like social bars, and I think even now cafes. Like, I'm more of like an activity oriented person when it comes to getting to know people, because I feel like you get to know people through trial and error, through situational stuff. That's what I've learned through like all these shitty friendships and going to 16 different schools in my life because they kept closing down, and like summers just and jobs, just going through so many piles of like trial and error with friendships, and it hurts all the fucking time. But again, you're not compatible with everybody, and like, what are the odds you're gonna be compatible with every single one of those people? So it just sucks though, because you start like kind of, I mean, I felt like I've been losing my own light, and I'm very, very guarded with like letting people in or trying to make more friends, because we may or may not be compatible, which is like fine, but it really just feels like dating to me. But I would go in that like supporting my friends, trying to date and meet people and like talk to people, whereas I would do it to like either kind of meet friends or talk to their friends, while my friends entertaining like whoever they're interested in. I think it's like more successful to go out in groups and then branch off from your friends, get to talk to people. Everyone can like watch each other, make sure everyone's safe and comfortable, have like an easy way to get out so no one feels like men are like stalking them or on top of them, or they can't get out of the place and fucking have to reroute yourself around a man. Fuck that. But yeah, so you have your friends to kind of come back to, and you feel more confidence. I feel like you get more confidence and support, or you can have a friend there to talk and help you out. So I think that's far more fun. Again, it may or may not work, but I love this podcast, Match Made in Manhattan, with Katie Colby and Adam, and I love them. But they talk about like kind of their experiences with it. So I was like telling my friends, I think that it would be far more successful doing like that with like bar scenes, like after work, where a lot of people our age would go to, because the clubs are a lot of people younger than us or sometimes older than us, like really old. So it's just not their preference. But anyway, now that I was in Cafe Reggio, sorry, the point as to why I mentioned that specifically also is because I felt like that was a place where I could practice kind of being an extrovert, obviously being comfortable. Like, you go in groups, not alone, where you try to approach someone and you kind of go back to your seat, and then it could make somebody feel uncomfortable. Like, oh, what if they're staring at me? What if they approach me again? Like, now I feel kind of self-conscious, like self-magnified. But if I had a group there and they kind of come back to it, maybe they wouldn't feel self-conscious because they have their own people to entertain. They're there for a reason. You said no, cool, they could just go back to their people. So I felt like this was a cafe where I actually probably could go up to people, like to befriend or have convo with, like a traveling type vibe where it's like more open to that. Again, within reason, because, we're living in an isolated world, community, coming together is not it. And it's like, ugh, but I get it. But also, fuck, it sucks. But, what was I gonna say? But compatibility, anyway. But I felt like it would be easier in that setting also to meet people if my friends wanted to go up to people and be like, hey, I think that guy's really cute, or that girl's really cute. And then I'll be like, yeah, let's chat with them or something. Or just go up to them and just like say, hey, you're really cute, or like pass a note. I don't know. I felt like it was in a more approachable space to do that, especially with people our age. But I think also it's nice because if you get a gist of like listening in conversations, you can get a vibe of people's like personalities, like how they sound, how they move, all that jazz. Like with dating apps, like you only get photos of people. I know they have like voice and maybe video options now, but I feel like I'd prefer to kind of see someone in a more video option, because you get to see how they move, how they sound, how they look, like how, not in a judgy, like degrading way, just more in a like your essence. What's your personality like? Your essence. Do I feel like our energies would match? Maybe there may be banter there. That's where I would like ask out on like a date. Like, let's see how this goes from what I'm reading off of you. May or may not click, but I feel like video footage would do a lot more justice than photos, because people are more brought to life than kind of just the surface level photo from somebody. But that also could be my anxiety. But yeah, anyway, so that's as far as I remember for my psychic reading. And yeah, I have endometriosis, ovarian cyst, so I need surgery. I can't go on birth control to get rid of the ovarian cyst to prevent it from coming back. It's something that won't go away. I have to get surgery for it. So that's something I'm gonna do. And then I've just been waiting months and months for this shit to, like, it's supposed to be an appointment tomorrow just so I can get approved for surgery. But I'm going to get that surgery. I just need that shit done. But I have to wait now for next Friday. So I'm like, fuck, I have to wait even longer. And I just want all this done in March so I can get, 1, the surgery done, get rid of the endometriosis, period. 2, start like the egg donating or the screening, because I have to pass that, but I would want to start that. 2, and then 3, schedule in for my nose job, and hopefully like my chin, something like with my cheeks and like symmetry, maybe my neck, and that will give me something with my jaw. I don't know, like I'm mostly focused on my nose, but I want them to kind of just consult me, because in pesos I think I could afford it based on people's TikToks of like other surgeries they paired with it at this one location, that I will talk about if I actually get to go through that process this year. I'm praying it's early, because again, in July that was supposed to be my consultation before even making the appointment. So now I'm like praying I can get this done, like at least a nose job done, like earlier this year, like right before it gets warmer, so I can like recover and then go back into like the ocean by the time it's summertime and be a proper like pogue. But yeah, so I had like a wisdom teeth done. Like I got all my 4 wisdom teeth done when I was younger, because they were all impacts, so they were all diagonally angled towards the front, and they were all done at the same time. I was under anesthesia, but I think I realized that I was awake, but I didn't feel the pain, which I don't know how that worked. But eyes were closed, everything, but I felt like someone jerking my head a lot. And I remember signing a paper, I think everyone has to, just in case there's complications. And I feel like I lost bone here. They really fucked it up. I think they really fucked up my jaw, and I just never realized till years later. So I don't know like really what they could do here, but there's like so much to do, I swear. I just wish I could get this old. I wish I could afford all this and get this all done. But thankfully, because the other stuff is like health risks to an extent, my insurance is covering that, and then the one I have at least, and then the nose job I've been saving for. But again, I'm hoping it's enough, because I don't know if I'll have enough for a plane ticket, but enough for the nose job at least, and hopefully everything else. But girl, I just want to look good and confident for the rest of my years, like literally, because honestly, I don't know what else to do with my life. So I just want a career. I just want to afford to travel and live life, but also I don't want to travel and feel numb again. So I definitely need to like apply myself in like what I'm passionate about. So if I do get to work in the writer's room, that'd be really cool, because the way I would rewrite season 3 of Outer Banks, y'all would love me. The details, y'all don't even know. I know I like covered a bit of it yesterday in the city, but there's definitely more, again, that I expand better with than through writing better than I speak, like more in my tweets and my TikTok responses. Like I go on and on. Like I wish I knew, because I know Netflix, you can't like screen record episodes, so I don't know how people like post like the episodes here and then they react to it, because then I would probably just do a walkthrough of that, but that would be even longer videos. But yeah, this is already saying it's 26 minutes long, but solo video is gonna be part of the Elliot video. It'll just be a timestamp. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching me on this channel. I hope to continue these vlogs. Again, don't know really what I want to do, what I can afford to vlog, or what I even wanted to say. But I guess, again, the goal is just to get out of bed and just do anything. And honestly, I do enjoy editing a lot. Like, it makes me feel so good. I want to get over the anxiety of filming in public, especially, and capturing people in life. Again, it's just like, it just feels difficult doing that at the moment. But yeah, but wish me luck. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, I look so bad in this lighting. I apologize, but it's fine. It's early in the morning. Actually, it's only like, it's probably 3 p.m. by now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.